Okay, let's unpack this. We've all done it, pictured that moment, ticket in hand, thinking, what if? What if I just won millions?
Oh, absolutely, that dream. It's powerful, isn't it? Imagining all the possibilities.
It really is. But the material we're looking at today, it kind of cuts through that dream, doesn't it? It gives us the hard numbers.
Exactly. It's all about the cold, hard reality of lottery odds and, whether anything actually helps you win.
Right. So our mission here is to use this analysis, this data, to really dig into how it all works, understand the real chances, and see if those winning strategies people talk about hold any water.
And the core thing, the analysis makes this super clear, is that lottery odds are just, well, they're about combination.
Combinations, that's the key word, isn't it? Not permutations, combinations. Can you break that down simply? What's that mean here?
It just means the order you pick the numbers in doesn't make a difference. So picking 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 is the exact same winning set as 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So calculating the odds is just working out how many different groups of numbers are possible from the total pool.
And that's where the numbers just get mind-bogglingly huge. I mean, the data mentions a standard 645 lottery, right? Picking 6 numbers out of 45. The chance of hitting the jackpot is 1 in 8,145,060.
That's tiny.
It's incredibly small, less than
Those point.
0.00000012% for one ticket. Really puts it in perspective,
And the examples show it varies a lot depending on the game. Like for those Australian ones, Saturday Lotto, weekday windfall, they're around that 1 in 8 million mark.
Yeah, similar structure, similar odds, but then you look at something like Powerball.
Right, Powerball's way harder.
Way harder, because you need the main numbers plus that extra Powerball number from a whole separate group. The combinations just explode.
So what are the odds there?
It jumps massively to 1 in 134,490,400. That one extra ball makes it so much more difficult.
Wow. Okay. But then there are games with maybe slightly better odds. The analysis mentioned Super 66. Yeah, Super 66 has better odds per ticket because you're picking fewer numbers, I think. It's closer to 1 in a million. It's still a long shot, obviously, but, compared to Powerball.
Definitely better odds per dollar spent, potentially.
And instant scratch kits are mentioned, too. The odds of winning something can look okay, maybe 1 in 4.
Yeah, I've seen that.
But that's usually for winning your money back or a tiny prize. The odds for the big top prizes on scratchies, they're also really, really low.
Yeah.
Calculated differently, but still very long odds.
Okay, so the game design itself sets the base odds. Let's talk about what people try to do, the things that supposedly boost your chances.
Right, the common ideas. Well, the most obvious one is just buying more tickets.
Does that work?
I mean, yes, technically. The data confirms it increases your total chances. But here's the thing. The analysis highlights how little it helps for those massive jackpots.
Okay.
Like, even if you bought 100 Powerball tickets, where the odds are 1 in 134.5 million, your odds only improve to 1 in about 1.34 million.
Still astronomical.
Exactly. It's better, sure, but you're still way more likely not to win.
Which loops back to picking the right game type, maybe? Like choosing Super 66 over Powerball gives you a better shot with each ticket you buy.
Definitely. Your odds per ticket are fundamentally better in a game with fewer combinations required.
What about the number of players? Does that change my odds?
That's a common question. The analysis says basically, no. More players usually just means if you do win, you're more likely to have to share the jackpot.
Ah, okay.
But the chance of your ticket being the winner, that stays the same regardless of how many people are playing. The balls don't know how many tickets were sold, you see. Unless it's a raffle-style game with a fixed number of tickets, maybe.
Got it. So what about those actual strategies, like joining a syndicate or picking numbers nobody else picks or playing every single week?
Yeah, the analysis touches on those. Syndicates let you buy more tickets as a group. So the group's chance improves slightly, same as buying more tickets yourself, but your individual share is smaller. Choosing less popular games or numbers. It might maybe slightly reduce your chance of sharing a jackpot if you win, but it does absolutely nothing to the odds of your numbers actually coming up. Those odds are fixed by the math.
And playing consistently.
That just means you enter more draws over your lifetime. So technically you have more attempts at winning over time,
Yeah.
but for any single draw you play, your odds are exactly the same long odds as everyone else's.
So the big takeaway here from this analysis seems pretty clear. These things might nudge the needle, maybe a tiny, tiny bit, but there's no magic bullet.
None whatsoever. There's no guaranteed way to win. No strategy beats the underlying math. That's the crucial point.
Winning is just incredibly rare.
Extremely rare. It really boils down to pure dumb luck. hitting that incredibly small probability window,
Yeah.
the numbers don't lie.
So thinking about this, for you listening, given these frankly ridiculous odds the data lays out, the most sensible thing it seems is to play responsibly.
Absolutely. Think of it as buying a bit of entertainment, a little daydream, not, a financial plan.
It's about enjoying that little spark of what if, but keeping your feet firmly on the ground about the reality of those numbers.
Precisely.
Okay, so we've seen the math, the combinations creating these vast odds. We've compared different games, seen how little strategies truly impact things. Winning is just catching lightning in a bottle.
Right. Which, considering everything we've said, the 1 in 8 million, the 134 million odds, makes you wonder, doesn't it? What is it about that lottery dream, that almost impossible fantasy, that keeps such a powerful hold on people everywhere? What keeps that hope flickering week after week against such staggering odds?